Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Question number 8. Min ma'ani bab ifta'ala al-mutawa'atu. From the meaning of bab ifta'ala is al-mutawa'ah. About al-mutawa'ah, we have discussed several times that a verb in form number 1 can be the doer of the action, but in the derived form of the verb, for example, number 7 or 8, it can be the receiver of the action. So, kasara means he broke, but when we say in kasara, something broke by itself. And similarly, rafa'a means to raise something, and when we say raise something, that means the person is raising something. But when we say irtafa'a, that means the voice or something is raised by itself. So as they say, irtifa' al-daqt ad-dam, like the blood pressure has increased. So when we say the blood pressure has increased, it's something that happened by itself. No one would do it by himself and increase his own blood pressure. So that is what we call mutawa, that in form number 1 it can be the doer of the action, but in form number 7 or 8 or any other form it will be the receiver of the action. For example, rafa'tu as-sawta, I raised the voice. Irtafa as-sawtu, the voice was raised by itself. Alright, now we have mala'tu al-kuba, I filled the cup or I filled the glass. Yes, we have to take it into form number 8. Form number 8, ifta'ala. So let's try to take this into form number 8. So mala'a, we have to take it into form number 8. So it will be imtala'a. So it will be imtalaha al-kubu. The cup was full, or it was made full, or the glass was full, or it was made full. Jama'atu at-tullaba, I gathered the students. Now we want to say that the students gathered. So what will we say? Ijtama'a at-tullabu. Ijtama'a at-tullabu. The students gathered by themselves. So now we can see here rafa'a is from number 1, and mala'a is also from number 1, and jama'a is also from number 1. And when you say rafa'atu, it's basically from number 1, and you want to say I raised, right? As we know that 2 means I, so here it is fi'l plus fa'il. So here it is I, and here it is the verb, as we can see, rafa'a, mala'a, and jama'a. So here we can see that from number 1 is the doer. But when we say irtafa'a, imtala'a, and ijtama'a, here we can see that the doer itself receives the action, or I should say the fa'il itself receives the action, and he is not doing the action on something else. So that's why irtafa'a, imtala'a, and ijtama'a means something that is done by itself. تأمل الأمثلة الآتية لباب افتعل. Now you have to reflect on the examples for باب افتعل. وعين فيها الماضية, and then we have to specify past, والمضارع and the present, والأمر and the command, والمشتقات, مشتقات, the derived forms, المختلفة, different. So the different derived forms. What are the different derived forms? Does anyone remember? Different derived forms of the verb. Ismul fa'il, ismul maf'ul, right? So everything that we make from the verb, that is called mushtaqat. Okay. Wafit tanzili, and in the Quran, so now we have here يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. On the day we will say to hell, have you been filled? So as you can see over here, imtala'ti, have you been filled? And it will say, are there some more? Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Yes, so here, which example do we have for form number 8? Imtala'ti. Imtala'a, yamtali'u, imtala'an, and imtala'ti. As we can see over here, this is for the feminine. And when you are talking to feminine next to you, then you will say Hal imtalati or halil imtalati, as it is Quran, so we can see that we have to connect it with kasra. So here imtalati is madi, past tense, and this is from number 8. So this is past. Mushtaqat means we have to look for the past, present, we have to look for the ismul fa'il, ismul maf'ul, and everything that belongs to that. So this is al-madi. قال تعالى وأمر أهلك بالصلاة واصطبر عليها. واصطبر. What about this one? هل من مجيب? Is there anyone to answer today?
مضارع.
مضارع. I think no.
No, أمر.
Excellent. It's amr, yes. واصطبر. Kasra normally when you see it will be, most likely it will be mudare. However, the best way to figure out when mudare is sakin, so it could be sakin for two reasons. It can be fi'l al-amr, or there can be la an-nahya before it. Since we don't have la an-nahya before it, so we can see that this is sakin over here, so that means this is amr. Excellent. And join prayer upon your family and be steadfast therein. So sabara yasbiru is to be to have patience, but istabara yastabiru is to be steadfast. أستمع إلى تلاوة القرآن الكريم من الإذاعة كل صباح. I listen to the recitation of the Quran from the radio station every morning. Yes. Here. I listen to. Astamiu. Excellent. Astamiu, I listen to. So is it past or present?
مضارع.
Modare. Excellent. So astamiu, I listen to. Very good. So this is modare, I listen to. So what is the difference between samia and istamia? Samia means to hear, but istama'a means to listen to something carefully. So that's the difference between from number 1 and from number 8. يقول المذيع, the presenter says, أيها المستمعون الكرام, dear listeners, إليكم نشرة الأخبار, here is the news for you, take the news. So literally it means إليكم means to take something, so here is the news for you. Yes. مستمعون.
المستمعون.
Yes, مستمعون. What kind of
فعل المفعول.
again?
فعل المفعول.
مفعول. Are you sure about that? We have kasra. Kasra. We have been discussing from number 2 up to from number, now we have reached 8. So whenever we have mu in the beginning and the second last letter has kasra, that means it is ismul fa'il. Mustami'un is ismul fa'il and mustamma'un will be ismul maf'ul. دعوت الله في الملتزم. I prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in multazam. Multazam is the place of embracing Kaaba, where we embrace Kaaba and we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Multazam.
دعوت.
What about da'utu? Sure.
مضارع.
Da'utu is the past tense and from number 1.
Okay, yes. ماضي.
Okay, multazam, as we can see here, multazam. And what about multazam? What kind of mushtaq is this? What kind of derived noun is this? Dharf makan. It's dharf makan, and also it is maf'ul bihi. But here it is used as dharf makan, multazam. Alright, so we move on. Ibtasim la takun abisan. Smile, don't frown, or don't be someone who frowns. Yes. Ibtasim. Ibtasim, fi'l al-amr. Ibtamasa yabtamisu, yes. And ibtasim is to smile. Ittasaltu bi abi hatafiyan. I called my father. وأخبرته بموعد سفري, and I told him about my travel or the date of travel. اتصلت, I called.
فعل الماضي.
فعل ماضي, excellent, perfect. قال تعالى ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. Subhanallah. Whoever fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will make a way out for him and He will provide for him where he does not expect. نسأل الله أن يرزقنا من حيث نحتسب ومن حيث لا نحتسب. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us rizq from where we expect and from where we don't expect. Yes, many things that we have to know over here. First of all, yattaqillah, right? Yattaqillah, so it is mudari. But it is mudari majzoom. Why is it majzoom? Because of man ash-shartiyah. And we know that man is adat ash-shart. But tajzimu fi'lain. It gives majzoom to two verbs. So man yattaqillaha, fi'l number 1 is majzoom. And yaj'al is fi'l number 2 is majzoom. Excellent. So man basically has given jazm to two verbs. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. Here mudari is majzoom. Why is that?
معطوف.
Again, ma'tuf, excellent. Yeah, because of wow, perfect. So we know that whenever we have wow, so it does the function of connecting two verbs or more than two verbs. So we have over here yaj'al, and then it is connected with yarzuq. So both of them here are majzoom. Excellent. Yattajihu, ittajaha yattajihu ittijahan, to turn face. Yattajihu al-muslimuna, the Muslims turn their faces. Fi salawatihim, in their prayers. Ila al-Ka'bah al-musharrafati, to Kaaba al-musharrafa. Yattajihu, yes. What do you think about this?
تجيه مضارع. فعل
Mudari,
مضارع.
excellent. Ittajaha yattajihu. And the root letters will be waw, jim, and ha. Wajh. Wajh, that is used for the face. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم ومن ادعى ما ليس له فليس منا. Yes. Idda'a, to claim, right? Idda'a, to claim, is the past tense. So it's madi, past tense. And the very beautiful hadith that whoever, women, and whoever idda'a, claims ma laysa lahu, for something that doesn't belong to him, falaysa minna, so he is not among us. So anything that doesn't belong to us, we shouldn't claim that it's ours. And if we do that, it could be anything. That means according to the hadith, we are not among Muslims, let's say. So we have to be very careful about it. قال تعالى في سورة الفرقان ويوم يعض الظالم على يديه يقول يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول سبيلا يا ويلتى ليتني لم أتخذ فلانا خليلا. Such a beautiful verse of the Quran. Yes, of course all of them are so beautiful, but then sometimes when you just understand the meaning and the language, you just can't help appreciating. Yes. وَيَوْمَ يَعُضُّ الظَّالِمُ. عَضَّ يَعُضُّ is to bite. الظالم. Yeah. Yeah. Which one?
يعد ظالم.
يعُضُّ is verb number 1. We have to look at we have to look for form number 8. اتخذت. اتخذ يتخذ اتخاذا is the past tense. And this is form number 8, past tense. So, and the day the wrongdoer will bite on his hands in regret, he will say, referring to some specific person, oh, I wish I had taken with the messenger away, that maybe he did not accept Islam. Woe to me, would that I had not taken so and so for my friend. And here we have two expressions, wailata and laytani. And we know that normally whenever we have wailun and layta, so we know we have discussed about laytani, that it is used to express wish, and this is from akhawatu inna. Wailun is also used to express woe, and wailun is used for the masculine, and wailatun is used for the feminine. Wailatun is used for the feminine, and it is used for ta'ajjub, to express ta'ajjub, as we can see over here, exclamation. So it's used for exclamation. Wail is used for destruction. But wailatun is used for what? Wailatun is used for ta'ajjub, and it is used in different, like 4 or 5 places in the Quran, and it can be wailati, as we know, ya wailati. However, I just looked into the details, and here alif, as we can see here, and we can see alif maqsura as well. Some of the grammarians or the ulama said that this is alif an-nudba, and alif of regret. So when we look at the translation, we say woe to me. So ya wailata. So it was basically wailati, but there is extra alif added to that. And now you will see that there are so many things that we need to learn to understand the Quran and to appreciate the beauty of the Quran, that there is an extra alif, and this is also for a purpose, and that is for the purpose of lamenting. When someone is lamenting, that is called an-nudbah. So it was wailatun, and then normally before ya laytani and before wailun or wailatun we have ya. So it was ya wailati basically, and then again, so this is the complete expression. Ya wailatana, also used in the Quran. However, this alif is also added to it, which is an extra alif, which is basically used for lamenting. So the whole expression is such a beautiful expression. So woe to me, ya wailata. And laytani, we have discussed that ismu layta and khabaru layta. So ni is basically ya al mutakallim is ismu layta, and lam attakhidh fulanan khalila will be khabaru layta. Would that I had not taken so and so my friends. So these days we talk a lot about friends and friendship. We have social media, and everyone is talking about having hundreds and thousands of friends. But we need to be very careful when we are making friends, choosing friends, that we don't want any of the friends to be a regret for us on the day of judgment, because the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Al-mar'u ma'a man ahabba." So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a person will be in the company of those whom he loves. Riyadus Salihin. So that means whoever he has friendship with, he will be raised with them on the day of judgment. So we have to make sure that we choose our friends wisely, and we don't just make or follow the steps or follow the trends in the media and just make everyone as our friend, because people do have impact on our personalities. Ittakhadha, ifta'ala min akhadha. So we discussed it in detail in the beginning of the lesson. Ittakhadha, ifta'ala min akhadha, aslahu ittakhadha. And we know that whenever we have hamza, it changes into ta, and we have here hamza changes into ta, and we have another ta. So what happens when we have two letters that are the same? We have to merge them, assimilate them. So as we can see here, udghimat al-hamzatu fi ta'i, and the hamza is merged into ta. Adghama yudghimu idghaman, to merge, as we have idgham in tajweed. So we can see over here that udghimat is the passive form, udghimat al-hamzatu fi ta'i, and then the hamza is assimilated into ta. So basically what happened, it was iltaqaw sakirin, we have two tas and they are merged into one, and it becomes ittakhadha. You need to pay very special attention to this verb, that because this verb is used a lot in the Quran. Adhunnuha tantahi, and it refers to the studies, dirasa, if you remember. When the teacher asked, the students asked about the teacher, and the teacher said, Adhunnuha tantahi, I think that your studies are about to finish. So adhunnuha tantahi. So dhanna has its own special function, and what function does it have? Tansibu dhanna maf'ulaini. Yeah, it has two objects. Asluhuma mubtadaun wa khabarun. And now dhanna says, I don't want to stay behind. If inna has ismu inna and khabaru inna, why cannot I have ismu inna and khabaru inna? So that's why we can say that when dhanna has two objects, so we will say that the first one is ismu inna, ismu dhanna, and the second one will be khabaru dhanna. Or we can say asluhuma is mubtadaun wa khabarun. So the first one will be mubtada and the second one will be khabar. Al-imtihanu qaribun, just a nominal sentence, subject and predicate. The exam is near.
But both will be in the status of mansub, no?
Nasb, yeah, that's right, yeah. Maf'ulain, two objects, isn't it? Adhunnul imtihana qariban. So I assume or I think the exam to be near. Yeah, both of them are objects, yes. However, originally this is mubtada and this is khabar, originally, as we can see over here. So original form is it's a nominal sentence, and we know it consists of mubtada and khabar. But when it comes with dhanna yadhunnu, then the first one will be we can say ismu dhanna, and the second one will be khabru dhanna, or we can say, no need to make it complicated, we will say that both of them are the objects of dhanna. That is easier. Al mudiru ya'ti ghadan. Okay, here what happened? Al mudiru is mubtada. Where is khabar?
The verbal sentence.
Excellent. The verbal sentence ya'ti ghadan comes tomorrow, and adhun al mudira ya'ti ghadan. I think that the manager will come tomorrow. So again here we will say that al mudir is mansub is first one, and yati will be the second nasb. Okay, yati ghadan, what is this?
Mahal nasab.
Excellent. It's a complete verbal sentence. Now subhanallah, you are able to figure out that the complete sentence can be marfu, mansub, or majroor. So the first sentence, adhunnu al mudira, or the first part, we will say this is marfu because it starts with rafa. So the whole sentence will be marfu by itself. The original status will be marfu, and here we will say that al mudiru is maf'ul al awwal, and yati is maf'ul al thani, and this is jumla is fi'liya, and it is in the place of object. Excellent. وفي التنزيل وما أظن الساعة قائمة. Now we can see over here, and I do not think the hour will occur. So we can see here الساعة المفعول الأول وقائمة
Establish Ustad,
will be established. Yeah.
Okay.
قام يقوم فهو قائم فهي قائمة. Someone who stands up, right? And then it is used for the day of judgment, that the day of judgment will be established. Yes, excellent. أدخل ظنة على الجمل الآتية. Now we have to use anna with the following dhanna, I should say. Yeah, we are just used to anna and inna. Dhanna to the following sentences. Hamidun maridun.
Zanantu hamidan maridan.
Excellent. Dhanantu hamidan maridan. And I think no need for the translation, it's very simple. Al-ikhtibaru sahlun. أتظن
al-ikhtibara sahlan.
Excellent. أتظن الاختبار سهلا. Do you think that the exam will be easier? الطائرة متأخرة. The flight is late, or the aeroplane is late.
أظن الطائرة متأخرة.
متأخرة. Excellent. أظن الطائرة متأخرة. I think that the flight will be late. Okay, أنت مريض. This is a little bit, we need to be careful. Yeah. No. What about? Yes.
أظنك
Excellent. أظنك.
مريض.
What's the ending of مريض?
مريضا.
مريضا. Yes, أظنك مريضا. Yeah. So this is مفعول الأول, and this is مفعول الثاني. Excellent. المدرس يتأخر اليوم. The teacher will be late today.
ظننت المدرس يتأخر اليوم.
Why do you need to change the verb? Why?
Only
the noun?
It will be like that.
Yeah. So only the noun will change, but we don't need to change the verb, please. Yeah. In order to change the verb, we have to have some other conditions, like we have to have an, or we have to have lan, yeah, or we have to have kai, yeah. So we have to have these, yeah. So we have to have these, okay. If we don't have them, or we can have fa sababiyya as well, tiny fa. Sometimes I will show you, inshallah. Sometimes. So yeah, ظننت المدرس يتأخر اليوم. هو مسلم. Again, we need to be careful. أتظنين. Do you think?
أتظني هو مسلما.
Okay, so what we have to do? Only we have to use attach who with that, right? أتظنينه. Yeah, أتظنينه مسلما. Do you think he is Muslim? تظنين is which kind of verb is this? مضارع or ماضي?
مضارع feminine.
Excellent. أنت. Yeah, أنت Anti tadhunnina. This is the only form of mudari that ends with ina. Only for the second person feminine. Only this one. Ina. Yeah. Hum rasibuna. We think them to be
تظنهم راسب
excellent. Nadhunnuhum
راسبين
rasibina. Rasibina.
راسبين.
We think that they are failure. Okay. This one is very interesting. I hope you can do it, inshallah. Zamilaka najihani. Both of them you have to make
جميل.
mansub. Okay, I will give you a hint. Zamilani, zamilaini, zamilaini. Najihani, najihaini, najihaini.
Yeah. أظن
Zamilaika, excellent.
زميليك ناجحين.
Najihaini, excellent. Excellent.
Like,
أظن زميليك ناجحين. Ani, aini, aini. And we know that it was zamilani, and we know that when dual is used as mudaf, then the noon gets dropped. So,
the alif is for the dual and
yeah,
the
for the
hamza is
dual,
for the
exactly.
mufrad.
Yeah, so أظن زميليك ناجحين آني أيني أيني. So I think both of your colleagues or friends will pass. And this one also we need to be careful. الطالبات مجتهدات. The female students are hardworking.
مجتهدات.
Excellent. أظن الطالبات مجتهدات. Perfect. And أنا ضعيف. Do you think I'm weak?
أظننا ضعيفا.
Do you think of me? لا أنا.
أتظن شو؟
Yes, yes. أتظنني ضعيفا. Excellent. أتظنني ضعيفا. Do you think of me that I'm like weak? So do you think of me I'm weak? Okay, excellent. ويجوز أن تدخل ظن على أن وأن المصدريتين. And it is also possible that ظن can come with أن or أن المصدرية. فينصب المصدر المؤول, and then masdar al-mu'awwal is what? It becomes nasb, as we can see over here that this is also passive. Ala maf'uliyati, and then on its object it becomes so basically both of them become object. وَيَسُدُّ مَسَدَّ الْمَفْعُولَيْنِ. And this is a very beautiful expression. When I was doing my diploma in Arabic, and the Sheikh will always talk about Yasuddu Musadda, and I would ask him what's this, and even he would tell me in Arabic, and I wouldn't understand what does it mean. So it's basically it takes the place of.
Which is again, yeah, it's like when two particles come, then there's this thing there.
Yeah, what happens basically? Sadda Yasuddu is Saddan is to block, okay, and Wayasuddu Musadda, I will make it easier for you, is to take the place of. So what happens whenever we have anna or we have masdar al-mu'awwal, then what happens? They take the place of two objects, and they take their place and they say, okay, we are object number one and we are object number two. There is no need to look for anything else. They themselves become object number one and object number two. So that is what we call yasuddu musaddal maf'ulaini, yani they take over the place of two objects. And what are those?
The Jumlatul Fa'liya, Ustad, and it took the place of the second object like that, the thing which the Masdar Mu'awwal will take that place, right?
Yeah, but what happens, for example, yeah, if we look at the example, inshallah, it will be easier. Al-imtihanu sahlun, the exam is easy, is a regular nominal sentence, subject and predicate. Adhunnu, I think. And now we have anna, and we know what happens. Anna has its own ismu anna and khabaru anna, right? So after anna, what happened? Al-imtihana belongs to anna now, right? And sahalun is what? Is khabaru anna. So both of them belong to what? Anna. So what happened? Anna has taken the place of both of the objects. What happened? Anna has taken the place of both of the objects. So we will say that adhunnu is fail plus fa'il, and annal imtihana sahalun is in the place of two objects. It is in the place of two objects, but what happened? What did anna do? Because of anna, it has taken place of both of the objects that were supposed to be here. So we will say like there are two objects over there, but what happened? Anna came over and it showed its authority, and it has taken over the place of both of the objects, and it says, okay, I have my own mubtada and khabar, or I have my own ismu anna and khabaru anna, they belong to me. However, udhunnu, you can say that there are two objects in front of me, but both of those objects are my mubtada and khabar, or they are my ismu, they are my ism, and they are my khabar. So this is what basically happens. Is this clear? Or if not, please, we can discuss again, not a problem.
If there are more examples, I think it will become
Yeah, we
clear.
will see inshallah more examples of this. So
Excuse me,
this,
sir. I don't understand well. If you could repeat, please.
okay, sure, no problem. What
There's,
happens?
we have to just emphasize that there's a hidden doer over there, a zunnu, right? So it is ana, zunnu, right? So it is ana which is hidden over there.
This is fail plus file, right? So this
Yes.
is okay. So we
So
know after adunnu, we need two objects. What do we need? Two objects. So what are the two objects that you see over here? Yes, previously we have seen, if you go to the previous exercises over here, you can see that after adunnu, we have two objects. It's very simple. Object number 1 and object number 2, right? But what happened over here, after adunnu, when anna comes and when an comes, they take over the place of two objects. It's very
So
simple.
here the two objects are al-imtihana and sahalun are the two objects actually.
They are the real two objects. So it should be, if we don't have anna over there, it will be adhunnul imtihana sahlan,
Yes.
right? It will be adhunnul imtihana sahlan.
Sahlan.
But when anna interferes, then what happens? That's what happens, that anna yasuddu masaddal maf'ulain, it rejects two objects and it captures the whole
Takes
sentence.
the authority.
Yeah, it takes the authority. So basically, we will say that after adunnu there are two objects, but both of these two objects have been taken over by anna, and we will say that there are two objects exist over there, but those two objects have been blocked because of anna. Is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so adunnu al-imtihana sahlan is basically object number 1 and object number 2. But when anna came, it showed its authority and it says, I have one ismu anna and I have khabaru anna. My ism is always mansub and my khabar is always marfu, and I will keep them as they are. So what happens now? Anna has blocked those two objects that belong to dhanna.
From appearing.
Yes. And we can see over here, yasuddu masaddal maf'ulaini, it fills the place of two maf'uls, i.e., it functions as two maf'uls. So grammatically, anna and ismu anna and khabaru anna are serving as the objects of dhanna, two objects of dhanna. وفي التنزيل, and in the Quran, ولكن ظننتم أن الله لا يعلم كثيرا مما تعملون. Now, could you please tell me about two objects of dhanna?
One is the attached pronoun.
Okay,
Anantum,
excellent. Yes.
Antum.
Mhm.
And anna, allaha, that whole this thing, anna allaha la ya'lamu, because the ism anna is lafzul jalala Allah, and la ya'lamu kasiran is the khabar anna.
Or you can say the whole sentence, yeah?
Whole sentence is in the second place of mafulain,
Yeah.
two for janna.
Okay, so this is ismu anna, and the whole verbal sentence is khabaru anna. Okay, what will be the i'rab of the whole sentence?
This is khabar anna.
Yeah, so khabaru anna is what?
This is mafulain two.
It's marfu, because anna ismu
It's mahal marfu.
yeah, ismu anna is what? Yeah, ismu anna is mansub and khabaru anna is marfu.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, why kathiran is mansub?
La ya'lamu.
Ya'lamu.
Yeah, ya'lamu is again the hidden pronoun.
Huwa ya'lamu, yeah.
So
Fail,
what is not this thing is the fill and the file is
fail,
there.
file,
So the
and this is maf'ul bihi.
there should be there should be maful bihi.
مفعول
So
به
كثيرا
كثيرا مما تعملون. What kind of ma is this? I would ask you so many questions, inshallah.
this one is ma al mausula.
Excellent. Whenever we have, after the preposition, when we have ma with alif, it is ma al mawsula, and it gives the meaning of like what or which. And whenever we have ma after the preposition without alif, then it serves the purpose of asking a question. Then it is used to ask a question. Excellent. Okay, and then part two, ma dhanantu an yarsuba Ahmadu. So in the previous exercise, we had anna, and here we have al mastar al muawwal. You remember mastar al muawwal?
Yes, Ustad.
An yarsuba, yeah. So here the same thing happens over here, that al mastar al muawwal takes the place of dhanna. The two objects that we have for dhanna, it takes the place of those two objects. So in the first part, inna or anna took the place of two objects, and in the second part, al mastar al muawwal will take the place of two objects. ما ظننت أن يرسب أحمد أي ما ظننت أحمد يرسب. I didn't think that Ahmad would fail the exam. So it is an yarsuba, it is al masdar al muawwal. But if you don't have al masdar al muawwal, then it will be dhanantu will be fail plus file. So dhanantu is the doer, Ahmada is the first object, and yarsuba is the second object. ومن قوله تعالى تظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة, knowing that a crushing calamity will befall them. فاقرة. Yes. تظن, you think, fail plus file.
Yeah.
أن يفعل بها فاقرة. So now we have أن يفعل is masdar al muawwal. So whenever we have masdar al muawwal, so it takes over the place of two objects. So now we will say that these are two objects in the place of two objects. After dhanna we have two objects. So whenever we have al masdar al muawwal, we would say that there are two objects after that.
So the masdar al muawwal will be the first one, and whatever is left over is the second one. Is that like that?
That will be wrong to say, because what happens, the whole masdar al muawwal, the whole thing takes over the place. That means sadda masadda. That means,
then why did you put a bracket and put one and
yeah, just to make it like clearer for us, you know. So it's like basically we should have one object here and we should have one object here, because dhanna takes two objects, right? But whenever we have masdar al muawwal, then that's it.
Cancel those two and it's
Yeah, it has taken over the place of two objects.
representative of two, is it?
Yeah, it's taken over the place of two objects.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's becoming clearer to me as well. So things, when you start teaching, you learn more things. Instead of teaching, you start learning as well.
So now can you please sum up all the three things, Ustad? Like if it is a jumlatul ismiya.
Very good, yeah. So basically,
the mubtada will be the first mafulain and the khabar will be the second mafulain. But when any of the particle of inna or anna comes, then
they will take over the place of two objects.
Yeah, they
very
will take
simple.
up the place of two objects, and
Yes.
even this masdar muawwal comes, then it itself will be a representative of the two
Yes.
objects. Right?
Zanna needs two objects. It needs two objects. Okay.
So either one of the particles can come, or the masdar muawwal will come.
Yeah. So exactly. So it needs two objects. Okay. ظن الطالب مجتهدا. I thought that the student was like hardworking. So it needs two objects. That's clear. Okay. But whenever it has inna or anna after that, we cannot have inna after that. Sorry, we have to have anna, because after the verb we have anna. Huh? So whenever we have anna or we have masdar al muawwal, then they will take over the place of two objects. Very simple.
Yes.
And that is what we call sadda masadda. That means to take over the place of two objects.
Yes, Ustad.
All right. In case if this is clear, then what we have to do now, adkhil anna ba'da dhanna. So we have to enter anna after dhanna ala al-jumal al-waridati to the following sentences. Yes.
Zanantu anna hamidan maridun.
Hamidan Maridun. Excellent. Perfect. So we have here Dhanantu, and what happened after that? When Anna came, it took over the place of two objects. So there are no more two objects, and Anna says, I have Ismu Anna and Khabaru Anna, and they will stay as they are. However, we will say that,
Only thing, the Ismu Anna should be changed.
yeah, so we will say, yeah, we will say there are two objects over here, but they are in the place of like two objects. Mahallan, we will say there are two objects over there, because Anna has taken over the place of two objects. Al-ikhtibaru sahlun, the exam is easy. Do you think that the exam is easy?
أتظن الاختبار سهل.
Excellent. أتظن أن الاختبار سهل. So we have to add anna after that, and then this one will be ismu anna, and this one will be khabaru anna, and the whole thing is taking the place of two objects. الطائرة متأخرة. The aeroplane is late. I think that. So we have to add that anna, that. I think that the aeroplane is late. أظن
الطائرة.
anna. We have to add anna.
Yeah. أظن أن الطائرة متأخرة.
Excellent. أظن أن الطائرة متأخرة. أنت مريض. You are sick. I think you are sick.
أظنك.
Excellent.
أظنك أن
There is no need.
أن مريضا.
أظن
أنك
أنك. Excellent. أظن أنك مريض. Excellent. أظن أنك مريض. المدرس يتأخر اليوم. The teacher will be late today. ظننت أن
المدرس يتأخر اليوم.
Excellent. Perfect. ظننت أن المدرس يتأخر اليوم. So everyone is with us. Inshallah, everyone is getting the idea. I can see like some people are quiet, so maybe it's not clear. If it's not clear, we can discuss it again. That's not a problem. هو مسلم. أتظنين. Do you think أن.
Who?
Yes, excellent. So هو we have to change into who. أتظنين أنه مسلم. Excellent. هم راسبون. نظن أنهم راسبون. Excellent. So if we don't have أن here, then it will be نظنهم راسبين, right? If we don't have أن. But when أن comes, then the situation changes.
The khabar will remain the same.
Yeah, then the situation changes. Okay. زميلاك ناجحان. Now here we have to be careful. أظن
أن.
Excellent. أن
زميليك
ناجحان.
ناجحان.
Yes. زميليك ناجحان, and Anna is missing here, so sorry. Yeah. أن زميليك ناجحان. So what we have to do over here, we have to make sure that ismu Anna is mansub, but we don't do anything to khabaru Anna. It will be always marfu. الطالبات مجتهدات. أظن.
If anyone wants to try, they can try, Ustad. I just want to keep quiet.
Yeah, I guess we are almost finished. Yeah, it's time for prayer.
Okay.
So
أظن أن الطالبات
مجتهدات. Excellent. Yeah. أظن أن الطالبات مجتهدات. And the last one, أنا ضعيف. أتظن أنني ضعيف. Excellent. أحسنتي. Perfect. So we have just two small exercises to go, but we will inshallah discuss more examples from the Quran. So what we will do, we will complete those two exercises, and then inshallah we will discuss the examples from the Quran, and then we will complete our lesson tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام. جزاك الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. شكرا جزيلا. جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم.